All right, we're live. So, welcome to the Friday Night Strike, where me and any panelists that jump in hang out and talk with the YouTube people and YouTube in general. Let me get some links out there. I probably should have done that beforehand, but I've been working on many things today. Very busy. Hadn't had a chance. Sorry about that. So, let's get that squared away first. Who we want. There we go. There we go. There's some people. Whether they jump in or not, hey, who knows? Let's see. How's it going, people? How's it going anyway? Outcast. The links have been sent out. We'll see who shows up. Let's see. My inbox is getting spammed. All right. Yeah, I didn't get any of that, Hillbilly. You got all of Bertha. I got zilch. Nothing. So that did not pass through my way. That went all the way towards you. All the way towards you. Yes, D-Temp 62, you are 1.4th. I will give you that. Totally worth it. So. Oh, the peanut gallery has arrived. Apparently, everyone's favorite McDonald's fry cook is here. All right. Yeah, I'm sure it did. Uh-oh. Who's that? Who is that?
I don't know. Who's there? I don't know.
Some guy who was on other shows this week.
Was I on other shows this week?
Yeah, you were invited onto somebody's show this week, weren't you?
Oh yeah, that was last night. Steven Sheets. He's a developmentally challenged young man, and he's wanting to get into doing live streams and stuff. It was actually a fun time. I enjoyed it.
When you say developmentally challenged, like how bad are we talking? Let's get into this. Inquiring minds want to know.
He appears to have the mentality of a 9 or 10-year-old.
Really?
Yeah. Midnight could tell you he was in the audience watching.
How does he function?
He works a janitorial job at a local supermarket type of store, and he lives with his parents.
Yeah, I've done that job before. I don't like that job.
It was a good show. Midnight said it there. It was a good show. It really was. Like I said, I enjoyed it. And towards the end of the show, the two of us did a duet of "The Devil Went Down to Georgia," and it was good. I mean, believe it or not, this guy can sing. He really can sing. He's got videos on his channel where he's sang some cover songs and done videos of him singing them. He can sing.
You should do that instead. Uh-oh. Glittersticks219 is out there. Watch out. Hello, Cindy. How you doing? Midnight Rage says, I'll take that as a compliment. McDonald's sells more fries than anyone else in the world. Two Live Moo says, now I want fries. I agree, Two Live Moo. I want fries now, too. I'm doing good, Cindy. How you doing? Good for him doing a show. He may be autistic, Rich White.
Yeah,
he might be.
That's what I'm thinking. He's autistic. My wife's nephew's autistic, but he's at a higher functional level than what Steven is.
We got a troublemaker out there by the name of Budget Guns and Gear Reviews. You know, I wear that hat for him out all the time right now, and this is how he treats me. I'm not going to wear that hat anymore. That's what I get for promoting Budget Guns and Gear Reviews. So, just, wow.
That was, yeah, and then getting back to his show last night, that was only his second live show that he's done.
Only a second? That youngin'.
Well, when we go off air, I'll tell you. He was going to have another one. When we go off air, I'll explain to you what happened. I don't want to explain to it on air. Because there was some shenanigans that happened, and he got all kinds of frustrated, and we had to talk him into doing another show. So I volunteered to go on there because I wasn't going to, because he had something really bad happen when he tried doing his actual second show. Like I said, I'm not going to go into it on air because that's not something you talk about on air, what happened to him. You know what I mean? So I'll talk to you. when we're done show, I'll tell you what happened. If you want to know.
Maybe later. There are some invites out there, so those that do want to jump in can jump in. Check your emails. You know who you are. If a David Bowling, a G23, a C4, a Gizzard, a Travis, an AWAG, a Jason Stewart, Rich is already here, Armament Naxes, or other individuals, they may have links. I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah. If you go back and watch the replay of his show, there's one thing you'll pick up on real fast. He is a huge Wyatt Earp fan.
Roll call is mowing the grass, Cindy says. Wow. Yeah. He told me about having to clean up that yard. He says it's not fun. And what I say by that, he says that the roll call had said that the yard that he's got, the previous owners or tenants weren't real big trash people. Taking it and having it taken out by the city or something. Yeah. So he's had to clean up the land a lot. So, I wish Roll all the best of luck with that.
But again, last night it was good to see that a lot of the people I had sent emails about it showed up. I think that helped his confidence a lot too, because Midnight showed up. Gary was there. Mystic Guns was there. I'm trying to remember who. G-Web showed up. I mean, there was a lot of people that showed up.
I don't know if Mystic, if Midnight Range showing up is a good thing. I'm not sure. The jury's still on it.
No, Midnight was doing his typical putting out comedic jabs out there in the YouTube chat, and Midnight actually had him laughing at what he was saying out there in the chat. Once I explained to him that Midnight wasn't being mean, he was just joking around, and how that Midnight was actually a good guy, and he was just joking around with everybody. And then he started laughing. He thought Midnight was funny after that. So.
Yeah. Rollis Carvelis is out there in New Jersey. I'm sorry about that, buddy. That you're in New Jersey. John Brown Productions is out there. Who else has showed up? Blue Steel's here. Watch out. DM Foss is here. Foss, if you want a link, you can jump in. I can email you. So, Well, as long as it turned out all right, I guess good for him.
Yeah, it was, like I said, it was a fun show. I mean, I don't know if a lot of people, some people might get turned off because some people get annoyed easy, which is, I guess something that happens. But I mean, if you got patience and to be able to deal with somebody with those problems, it was a good show. It really was. I mean, I enjoyed it. I had fun. He was telling some jokes, and he legitimately had people probably laughing with some of the jokes he was telling because he memorizes things, right? Like, how autistic people will remember things. He was telling Jeff Foxworthy jokes verbatim, and Bill Engvall jokes verbatim, and quoting
NY Outcast agrees with me. Midnight Range is a troublemaker, and oh my God, Bearded Potato's alive. How's it going? So, let's get Rob D in here.
Yeah, that dude has. Midnight says, yeah, that dude has an amazing memory, and the songs. Yeah, I mean that guy can sing. I mean, he legitimately can sing.
Why doesn't he just sing?
Well, he does. He has music videos on his channel.
He should stick with that.
Well, he's wanting to do a live show too because he sees other people doing live shows, so he wants to do a live show. So, we gotta support him because he's trying, Which, yeah, and he does karaoke. Like Knight was saying, he does karaoke.
Yeah. What else? Did I give G a link? I'm pretty sure I sent G Webs a link. Whether he shows up or not, that's neither here nor there.
I remember who else showed up. Pat Hirsch was there. He showed up out there in the last night. But there were a bunch of the guys and Mystic that showed up. It was good.
Let's invite pizza. Anyways, but yeah, send a few links out. Wow, that's late. So, all right, okay, yeah, to his amazing memory. How you got Mr. FNH says, Midnight Range says he does karaoke. He said too. He's gonna have to consult the live stream guide. Yeah, I'm actually gonna have to consult that guide too because I just can't catch a break right now. So.
Yeah, I saved him from getting a copyright violation. He was getting ready to play a song on his little radio. I was like, no, Steven, you can't do that. He's like, why not? It's like, you'll get in trouble with YouTube. It has to do with copyright.
Hold on. There is one stipulation. If it's a cover he did himself, he can play.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. He was getting ready to play one of his CDs. That's why I stopped him. I mean, if it was something that he recorded himself, I wouldn't have stopped him. But he was getting ready to play a CD on his little radio that he has.
All right. DM Foss is trying to take a nap. Well, then what are you doing here? I don't think we'll put you to sleep. Probably the opposite. Probably kill you.
He lives over towards Kingpin too. He's in Aberdeen, Maryland, which isn't far from where Kingpin's at.
And apparently Rob's got nothing to do. Let's go, Rob. You're muted, by the way. Rob's having internet problems. Hello. Unmute yourself, Rob. You can do it. We believe in you. Nothing. All right, Rob's having technical difficulties. So, yeah. Well, it sounds like you had a fun time the other night. So, good luck. Hope he does more.
Yeah, he's already planning to do another one. He's wanting to do another one this weekend. It's like,
Did you let him know you've already got the weekend covered?
yeah, no, not with me. He's got other people he wants to invite on. He does.
No,
He's going to do it. He's going to do one guest on each show.
no. Did you let him know that he's got the weekend covered? You've got the weekend covered, meaning
Oh yeah,
he's got to make room for you.
yeah. He knows. He knows about my show on Sunday.
Okay, good.
Yeah, he said he's not going to do the show on Sunday night because he knows that's when I do my show.
All right. Jason's here. Jason, how you doing?
I don't remember. Did you?
Did I what? Uh-oh. Rich lost connection. Jason, I can't hear you. Is your mic connected?
Hey, can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry,
yeah, perfect now.
I was trying to mute your show in the background there so it wouldn't echo.
Yeah, that would be unhappy.
How you guys doing?
I'm doing good. Rich is having horrible internet tonight.
Yeah, we've had rain and storms moving through the area, so it could be why.
Yeah, so have I, but I'm connected via fiber, so I'm good.
Did you?
It seems like my internet's a little slow too.
Yeah. Did you catch the show last night, Jason? I don't remember if you were out in the audience or not.
I caught about the first half of it.
And what did you think of his effort? I mean, I thought he did a good job for, especially considering his difficulties and everything,
Sure. Always good to have somebody do something. I mean, it ain't easy to do a show,
No,
So, yeah, he did a fine job.
Did you catch when he was doing the Jeff Foxworthy jokes?
Yeah, like all of them.
Yeah, he was doing all of them. Yeah. He literally was going through Jeff Foxworthy's entire album of
yeah, some of them I had forgotten about, but I remembered hearing them.
So you missed the end when we did the duet of The Devil Went Down to Georgia.
No, I'll have to go check that out.
Yeah,
I did miss that.
Yeah, did you hear him doing any of his singing?
Actually, no, I did not. It wasn't long after Jeff Foxworthy, maybe a subject or two after you got done with that. I had to bail, take care of some stuff.
All right. Yeah, Midnight will tell you that guy can sing. I mean, he really, really can. He's a good singer. And Midnight says he did a better job than about 75% of the people that do live streams. Yeah, he's up there with I put him on the same level as the closer, but and maybe higher.
Does he have a band, or is he just like a karaoke guy? He just has talent,
basically karaoke kind of stuff. He has some videos on his channel of him singing different songs, but he does mostly karaoke.
I gave him a subscribe. Maybe this weekend I have a little time. I'll go check him out a little more.
Yeah, that guy was telling STRYKE. I mean, he's trying, and we got to support him because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to pan him and everything because of his difficulties. Because there's assholes like that. We all know people like that, right? So more of us that can support him, the better it's going to be for him.
I don't know what you're talking about. Not so ever. Don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't check it too much. So is he wanting to get into guns, like get a real gun or anything like that?
I don't think he's permitted to because he lives in Maryland, and I don't think he's permitted to. He has to live with his parents and everything, so I don't think Maryland law is going to allow him to. But he does have a BB gun and pellet gun that he shoots.
Wow, there's something at least.
Midnight, I didn't even ask. I wasn't broaching that subject. I just didn't go there.
Yeah. All right. So, Jason, what's new with you, buddy?
No, not a whole lot. Enjoyed last weekend. It finally stopped raining here, so it's not a doesn't look bad this Friday.
That's good. So, in other news, I have I don't have to worry about a camera now. You know how we were talking the other day about me looking for a camera. Yeah,
What
I
kind
don't
you
need to
get?
worry about it. Tony sent me his. So
That's nice of him.
yeah. So now all I need to do is just probably get a couple extra batteries and some memory cards for it.
I know it's not your cup of tea, but I'm gonna get started in reloading. So last couple of weeks I've been getting some reloading presses and all my gear, and trying to figure out a workbench right now.
If you can, document some of that and throw those videos up on GunTube, because I need like either new people getting into reloading or some sort of reloading tutorial for dummies on GunTube. So any type of reloading videos would be great, because we can't put them on YouTube anymore.
Wait, you can't put reloading videos on YouTube anymore?
No,
Why?
No.
because it's
'Cause it
against terms of service, or
It's against their.
or like they say, it promotes violence, and I'm using quotation marks with my hands.
Yeah. Well, if Trump's executive order stands, that might change soon.
Please explain.
I don't see any of these companies stop what they're doing. I see Twitter doing what it's continuing to do. I see Facebook still doing what it's doing. I see Google dumbing its nose at the government, saying, "No, we're going to continue what we're doing. We don't care whether you put a law or not. We're going to do it anyways."
Yeah,
unfortunately,
Somebody
Yeah,
explain this law to me.
basically, Trump made an off-the-wall comment yesterday, and he was right on the money. But unfortunately, Twitter went and decided, they would be cheeky and smartass, and flagged his comment, the president's comment.
They censored it, and then the White House went and put the same comment up, and they censored the White House. So they censored both the president and the White House. So Trump,
he brought it up.
You know what I would do? I would do in that instance. I have the government censor their ass.
Well, that's basically what he's doing. I mean, he signed that executive order ordering the FCC to enforce, Section 230 or whatever it is, on Twitter and any other social media website that is pulling the stuff that they've been pulling. Which means that if this happens, they're going to lose their protections and be considered a publisher instead of a platform, which would open them up to lawsuits.
Well, 6 months ago he mentioned this. He had he invited all the YouTube publishers and people to the White House and kicked out CNN and everybody. And Ted Cruz spent about a week on, whatever, the Senate floor, and it talked about it and was trying to get somewhere. And they were concerned about people getting their channels banned, and the shadow banning and the blacklisting and the taking you off and all this and that, with just any excuse they can come up with just because they don't like your opinion. They brought that up 6 months ago, and nothing's really changed. It's gotten worse in those 6 months, so it's no surprise Trump come down on him. Another president wouldn't have done nothing, because like Google met with Obama like 500-600 times that he was president, so they had deals worked out.
Yeah,
so Trump's the only guy that's going to stand up to him. And if Congress wants to put some laws in effect, Google, Facebook, YouTube, all of them, they're going to have to abide by that.
Yeah, the laws were already in effect. It's just they weren't being enforced. And what gets me is you got these YouTube channels that are saying, "Oh, Trump's changing the law." No, Trump's not changing the law. He's just finally telling people to enforce it.
I mean,
Well, it comes into
they are a corporation that
mentioned-
can tell you not to use their services. Pretty simple in the law. Yeah, if they don't want us to use their services, they shouldn't have it openly accessible for everyone, right?
Well, he also mentioned the commerce side of it. Now look at all the things that they did to the gun channels and took away any kind of revenue from ads and anything. But yet YouTube's still keeping that money.
Yeah.
And like I could have a channel about I don't know, woodworking or whatever. And you're going to say it's okay that I can collect some money, but you're going to tell a gun channel they can't. Well, there you go. That's not right. So let them open them up, man. I hope some gun channels step up and sue them, man. Some of the big guys can actually claim a loss, can show a loss in income. Sue them. Sue the shit out of them.
So I ordered some parts this week.
Computer parts?
What'd you order?
Well, I got the CAC Blade 2.0 for my AR-15 pistol build. I finally decided, you know what, I'm going to get the CAC Blade. So I bought that with the 9mm pistol buffer. So I got that. I got a new set of K&S anti-walk pin kits. And I got something else. I forget what I got. But probably just something simple. But, I had to get more, I don't remember what it was. I had to get more, fire control group parts. Because I got an extra fire control group I'm not using. So. But,
Hey, man, let me ask you a computer question.
Go for
it. What's a good company for a Wi-Fi router? Mine bailed out on me a couple weeks ago, and I went and I got a TP-Link. Yeah. And it really doesn't work all that great.
Well, with TP-Link is it's not about the brand so much. I wouldn't get D-Link. Don't ever buy a D-Link. TP-Link is good. I've had a TP-Link router before, and it works just fine. Netgears are okay. But again, when you're looking at a router, you want to. I don't mean to be mean and say don't buy the cheapest router, but generally, unfortunately, it's kind of you get what you pay for. So if you pay like $100 or so dollars, or a little bit more than $100 for a router, you'll get a better router than if you paid like $50.
I gave like $179 for this one. Yeah, I was hoping it would just I get better signal farther away from it. And it's got 4 antennas on it, and it doesn't really seem any better than my other one. But I was wanting that Asus one, a big gaming router that can handle some stuff, and the store didn't have any of those.
Yeah, well,
so this was the best I could pick out.
Here's the thing: a gaming router, or even an expensive router, isn't going to get you more. It's not going to give you a stronger signal if it's the same distance away. It's like up to a certain distance, you're not going to be able to have. You're not going to have internet. What you can do to try and offset, like say you got an area in your house that doesn't have, you can't get good Wi-Fi signal. What you would do is get one of those power line adapters that sends out also a Wi-Fi signal as well, and you plug one end of the power outlet onto your router and plug it into the wall, and plug that other part with the Wi-Fi repeater on it onto another area of your house where you don't get good reception, and you just connect to that second Wi-Fi network, instead of the one your router runs. because that it'll use the power line as a network cable, and then it'll just send out a second network signal that you can connect to.
Yeah, and depending on how your house is set up and what router you have, they also have a similar thing that works over your coaxial cable.
See, I got a lot of things connected to Wi-Fi. I mean, I got the TVs, the computers, most of the time the phones. I got security cameras, like the what is the box? I got the Roku box. I got all kinds of shit.
No, Tony, that is not
so I
true.
might have too much at once.
I say that so I don't be I don't when I say I don't mean to be mean or anything. It means that I don't want to come off sounding like an ass. So I'm warning everyone ahead of time when I explain something. I'm not trying to be an ass. I'm not trying to talk down to you. I'm just trying to explain tech. Okay, that's what it means, because sometimes people have blown up at me for explaining tech to them, and I'm not trying to be angry. I'm not trying to talk down to anyone. I'm just trying to explain how technology works. Okay, don't be mean, nice.
Well, thanks, man. I'll look into like an extender or something. What is the 5G won't even reach to me where I'm at right now, so I got to stay back on the regular stuff.
Well, depending on your phone company, what you could also do is with your phone company, they have these things called microcells where you basically connect them to your router, and it basically sends out a mini cellular signal, so that you can get signal in your house or in your area if your signal is low, because you're farther away from a cell tower.
Now, can a lot of routers be adjusted? I'm told on another program I was on, they were stating that you can punch in the code on the back and supposedly connect to your router and adjust it and turn it up and down to whether 100%, 30%, whatever works for your area.
Well, with routers, yes, you can. In some cases, if you have the right software on the router, you can adjust the gain for the antenna. But depending on how high you go and how strong the levels are, you may have to add. With some antennas, you may have to add a bit of power in, just like with microphones, where you've got like a microphone, that you normally would use at an event or function. But in order for that microphone to work properly into whatever mixer or whatever stereo they're using, you have to have some sort of powered device feeding power to the microphone.
All right.
The same thing would apply to a higher gain antenna as well.
Yeah. Maybe Jason should try seeing what it's set at and bump it up a little before he goes out and spends more money.
Yeah, and there's another thing you got to take consideration while you're creating a signal can reach farther. If you have a Wi-Fi device that's closer to a modem and you turn it up to say 100 to try and get a signal closer, you can actually create what is almost like a feedback loop in your internet for close devices. So you got to be careful of that too.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I was going to mention next. But if you got a big house, Jason, and one side of the house where the router is gets great Wi-Fi, but the other end of the house doesn't, your best bet is to install some sort of repeater or some sort of power line Wi-Fi adapter that'll send out a separate Wi-Fi signal that you'll use on that other side of the house.
Maybe this is problem is actually, Matt, I got solid brick walls between me and the router. So
that's why I say use a power line adapter, because it uses your electrical wires as a network cable instead of running network cable.
Yeah, and I think those power line those work better than those stupid ass plug-in repeater things that actually slow down your Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah. Yeah, don't ever use normal Wi-Fi network repeaters, because those, while they do work in certain instances, they do work. But the problem is sometimes they will screw with your router.
Yep, absolutely.
So exactly what Moo's saying. Well, Midnight Range says, "Ooh, Moo is on the show." Yeah, yep. Apparently, Midnight Range doesn't want the beef explaining things to him. You know, he's more accustomed to flipping the beef than he is more so listening and talking to the beef.
You spelled "ooh" wrong. It's O-O-O-O.
But Jason, did I answer your question? I can make some recommendations for you if you want some examples.
I can just go. I'll go look for the what was the initials they call that? Over the wire or
it's called look up Powerline adapters. Okay, just go to Amazon. Type in Powerline adapter.
Okay, Powerline. What's a good company?
As I said,
product,
Netgear, TP-Link, they're good. Just don't ever use D-Link stuff because their stuff is garbage.
D-Link is the one I just had go bad on me, and never was very fast.
I had a link.
Link says
turn it on and off all the time.
I would also stay away from Linksys because they've been passed around a bit.
Yeah, their quality is nowhere near as good as what it used to be.
Man, I remember Linksys from a long time ago. You know,
your local
20 years ago, and they were a good one.
Yeah, and if you don't got time to wait for Amazon, if you're worried to buy it now, you can also check your local Best Buy. They sell that kind of stuff too. They'll have like the oh Christ, I can't remember the brands now. The brands that Night Strike was telling you to get. God, I just insulted Night Strike. Anyway, the
I'm used to it.
But it was unintentional. I'm just flubbing my words right now. The brands that Night Strike was telling you are the good ones. They carry those at Best Buy. So if you're in a rush to get that and you can't wait for Amazon, like if you don't have Prime or something, that's going to take like 3 weeks for it to get shipped, which is not out of the realm of possibility right now with tech stuff. Check your local Best Buy; they may have it. If your local Best Buy is letting people in the store, or you can check their website too, and they do curbside pickup.
Cool. I got a like Office Depot. You think they got something like that there?
Yeah.
That's where I had to go to get the router that I got.
I will email you what you're looking for. Okay. I'll just email you something.
Appreciate that.
Something to, because basically what I did is I got a bunch of these Netgear Powerline adapters, and what I found out is if you use the same model of Powerline adapter, you don't have to use the one. If you have two receivers, you don't have to use two transmitters. You only need to use one transmitter unit if you have two receivers. So I found out that was pretty cool. So that made me happy. All right. Let's see. Get you something that works. Yeah, that's good. Right there. All right. I'll email you right now because I'm in the emails already. So, all right.
Cool, man. Thanks.
Been having a good day till this point.
Uh-oh. What happened, NY?
I'm running out of room. I need more ammo cans.
Uh-oh. Watch out.
Never enough ammo cans.
Well, yeah, got lucky and called my local shop, which according to law should be closed, but they're open. So I like that. And they had what I was looking for. So lucked out.
You use the plastic ones or the metal ones?
I had both. So I prefer the metal. I usually only use plastic for like going out for target practice, things like that. I just, the metal are just more sturdy. So, but yeah, so I ended up scoring. They got 1,000 rounds of 22 over there, so that was nice amongst 9mm. So there is ammo out there.
Yeah, ammo started to come back around here too.
Yeah, prices are starting to come back down too, which is good.
Yeah, I have to go to PSA to get my ammo because Walmart doesn't sell the ammo I need anymore. Because they stopped doing 7.62 by 39. They won't do steel cased 308 anymore, and they don't do 5.56 or 223 anymore. So, I'm not going to go to them for 22. It makes no sense to go to Walmart for one single caliber because that's all they sell.
I try to avoid them for everything, personally.
All right, Jason, you have an email of what you should look for, okay?
Got a couple boxes of the Aguila 22.
Yeah, that's good.
40 grain, 1,330 feet per second. They were the 500 boxes or 500 rounds for $25 even. So I don't know if that's good or bad, but I haven't even seen a 500 round box in probably like a year in my area. So I was pretty shocked.
I would be too.
So I'm told this stuff's good. I haven't really used it, but
well,
anybody have any complaints on Aguila?
Aguila 22 is good. It's just it's not reliable from what I hear. It's good cheap ammo, but it's about as reliable as Remington. What's that really cheap Remington stuff? Thunderbolt, yeah.
Dang.
It's about as reliable as that.
Well, that's not good. I don't buy that.
What are you going to shoot it out of, Rob?
I've got the 7.95 that shoot a lot with, and the Smith & Wesson Compact 22, and a M&P 22. Well, we'll see how it works out.
Hope it works out.
Yeah.
If not, blast through it.
Yeah.
That's all they had for 22, so to test it out soon, I guess.
Is it like exposed grade lead tip?
Solid point, yeah, lead bullet.
I thought that company made some good 22, like maybe not their normal brand, but I thought they made like a high velocity 22.
Yeah, I think they make the low velocity, high velocity, a variety of things. So that's why I was under the impression that it was a fairly decent brand. So, but maybe I was wrong. We'll see. So I know mine usually cycle everything fine. Those golden duds, I just get tired of getting duds. Those, they're famous for that. Like, barely get through a magazine. When I use Federal or Winchester or anything like that, I can go through, I don't even know, 1,000 rounds before you get a problem sometimes. So it's amazing. the difference. I don't even bother. And some of those golden duds, I've tried to, like when I'm picking them up, putting them in the magazine, I'll notice like the rounds like bent and tipped upward in one direction or another, and you can just like push it back in place. But you know, is that gonna get kinked up when it hits the feed ramp to slide in? So
hold up,
don't like that.
Everyone, say goodbye to Moo. He's got to go.
See you later, Moo.
See you, Moo.
Bye, Moo. Okay. Now that we're done, please continue.
Thanks for the farewell. And remember to have cadaver dogs come to my house tomorrow. See if they can find my body.
You're on your own, buddy, with that one.
I know.
I'd ask what you did, but considering it's you, I don't know if I want to know.
Oh no, my wife was gone for a week. She came home and the house was trash, so now she's pissed. So
You're a dead man, Moo.
that's what I'm saying. How to Dig a Shallow Grave by Mrs. Moo.
You're not helping clean right now. That's what I'd be getting onto quickly.
Yeah, he'll have to change his name from Too Live Moo to Too Live Moved.
to Too Dead to Move.
Too Dead to Move.
That's right. All right. Thanks for the invite, Night Strike. I'll see you guys later.
All right, later, man.
Yeah, bye.
But Jason, I sent you that email, so check that out. You know, look for something like that. More often than not, they'll have it. Basically, what you'll do is the transmitter. You'll plug an Ethernet cable into the back of your router, and then plug that transmitter into the wall. You know, the electrical outlet. And then the other side of the house, you don't have good Wi-Fi signal. You plug the receiver, and it'll set up a separate Wi-Fi signal that is connected via that the power line, and it will give you good internet. It'll do.
Oh, I see that, man. I got that link. Yeah, that works for me, man.
You know, in situations where you have a large house and you have one area that doesn't get any of the Wi-Fi signal and one area that does, you kind of need to do something like this. Because as I have a brick house that I live in currently, and unfortunately some of the walls in my house aren't normal wood walls. They're brick walls. So you can't run Ethernet cable along a brick wall because of code. And the only one of the ways to get around that for your networking is to use a power line adapter. If you can't run network cable and you can't get into the wall, you would use that because you're just using what's already in the wall.
You own or rent, Jason?
Oh, I own this house. I've been here many years.
Yeah, I know it's an investment or whatever, and I don't know about codes or whatever, but you know, obviously you could always hardline it. So I don't know what you want to call it, but
yeah. Well, my problem with that is I do have the wired internet. I got run into a laptop right now, but I got other wireless stuff out here that doesn't have a hookup. It's wireless only.
Yeah.
Like my TV and my Netflix, I do all that off of Kindle Fire and Fire TV sticks. It has to have Wi-Fi.
Now,
and I'm on the other side of solid brick walls, and it's hard to get a signal. Sometimes you got to be tilting the TV like an antenna.
What you can do if any of those other devices you have can use a wired connection, you could just use the wired connection only version of these power line adapters and plug in those devices. Just in case you didn't know. Because that Wi-Fi thing that I sent you, it'll send out a Wi-Fi signal, but it will also give you a network port on that side of the house. So
all your interior walls are blocked too?
Yeah, I'm no, it's the house is brick, and I'm in a back room edition, so it's got to go through the walls and brick walls
Okay.
just to get here.
I was gonna say, yeah. Sounds like you got one heck of a place there, buddy. But
Well, see, the thing is, it'd be all the interior walls to get here, and then it's got the walls, then it's got the outside walls for the house, then the brick exterior, and then it's got wood
yeah,
on the inside. So
yeah,
my
I get
walls, you're looking at a foot thick.
I was just thinking, initially that all your walls were block or something, and I'm just like, wow. So that's something.
Yeah, they
Well,
call that
It
jail.
is.
Yeah, or a bunker or whatever.
You know, Tony's going after me out there in the chat, but I'm going to tell you right now, I have tried to see if I could run cable in the brick walls of my home, and unfortunately, they put when they did the power in the walls that are brick walls in my house. Yeah, they sunk it into the mortar, so there's no running new cable through that wall. It's as it is.
Well, it
And
won't
it-
fall
and
out
so-
that way.
In some of those older homes, that's how they did it, and it's not entirely proper. It's not entirely up to code these days. But hey, if you live in an older house, that's what you deal with. My house was built in '67, so that's what they did in '67. I don't know how old is your house, Jason?
I believe this house was built in 1970.
Okay, so just a little bit younger than mine. It's not a contest, but but you probably have the same problem. That's why I have a problem. I can't upgrade the lines in my house. A lot of the outlets I had to do in my house, or I had to replace them with GFCI outlets that say on it no outlet ground, because all the outlets in my house were the old 2-prong style, not the 3-prong ground. And
you only got the 2-wire electric running through.
yeah, the funny thing is, the electrical box, the fuse box, has a ground to it. It's grounded.
Yeah, it's your wires in the wall that they just physically don't have the ground wire.
Yeah,
so that's the problem. It's not just change. You can change the outlet to a ground outlet, but if ground's not hooked up, then it don't work.
Yeah. So, it's one of the things you have to deal with when you have an older home. You have to replace the outlet, the 2-prong outlets with a 3-prong outlet, and then you have to put the no equipment ground on it because it has to be up to national code.
Yeah, I got. Well, some of the house only has 2 prongs, but everything else is 3 prongs. But I got a lot of new electric. I had a little accident here when I put the roof on. I had a rubber mat thrown over my power line so you just wouldn't bump into them. And I got the whole roof finished. And one of the last things to do coming down the ladder was grab a hold of that rug I had covering the wires. And I pulled on it too hard and it smacked my 2 wires together and they melted together. And it burned all my power lines off the house all the way out to the street, to the transformer box. And had my dumpster here and caught my dumpster on fire. And I had the fire department. So I got mostly all new wiring and 200 amp service now.
Hey, see what you get for being cautious?
Yep, swear to God, It was dark. Very last thing I did. And when those 2 wires touched the aluminum lugs where they crimp them, it melted them right together. And it sparked and melted the wires all the way across the yard, all the way out to the street. Yeah, it was nice.
I've never had a problem with that. And I've had a rigged up system where if I got to do somebody's roof and they're not home or whatever, and I'm still within, city or around that area, they just got a rigged up set of jumper cables that I run up there and can clip right on and draw power out. So you got to be careful because, you'll burn your equipment out and stuff. So don't push it too hard, but never had much of an issue with that. When putting a box back on, I accidentally caught something doing siding. Had to pull the box away from the house and then put it back on. And the drill tip just melted right in the box. Burned a hole through the back of the box and through the mount master box that I just installed. So I had to change that back out and put it back on. But I've been lucky, thankfully. And technically, I'm not supposed to do that. So probably shouldn't even have stated all that. But needless to say, it can get pretty hairy. So I'm just shocked that usually, most of the times doing roofs, we never bother messing with them unless we're grabbing power off it or something. Make sure things don't get caught on them. So it's kind of funny that you go take an extra step and then you end up burning the place down. So
yeah, it wasn't good because the dumpster that I had was right there, and the wires melted and fell in the dumpster and started the dumpster on fire. So it wasn't good.
That was certainly one hell of a dumpster fire.
Yeah. They got there pretty quick. We didn't really have the fire. They was able to just flood out my dumpster, but
I know. I was just making a joke there.
Actually got by lucky, and they didn't make me pay for any of it because the electric company was all there, and they were like, "Oh, you're going to get a bill for thousands of dollars for all this and shit." And I looked at them. I said, "Well, shouldn't those two wires right there, those aluminum lugs, shouldn't have them been covered up so they couldn't touch each other?" And he was like, "Well, yeah, they're supposed to be." I was like, "Well, duh." And I never heard a word, never got a bill.
yeah, you got lucky. Not lucky, but you're probably right because most of them are covered with a rubber insulator. So they got the little snap pieces, so you got to very carefully try to pop them apart when you mess with them. But
I just had all three of my wires had 4-inch long crimped aluminum lugs on it, 3-4 inches apart, all of them.
Yeah, usually anything from the house is out. Is usually anything happens, you catch a bill on that normally, or if you want an upgrade or something like that for service. So
yeah, I melted it right back to a transformer box, man. there was a trail of like melted solder all the way across my driveway, my yard, where like the wires melted before they dripped and fell.
You ever see those like areas like what is it, like India and stuff, where they got like 900 wires going off one pole, and you see a guy up there with sandals trying to rig stuff up with stuff popping and snapping everywhere? Like, that's crazy. Like,
yeah, it's like back alleys that are just like a mess of power wires every direction it could be.
Some of that stuff makes you wonder. But
yeah, I got some good electric, so I'm going to try those plug-in boxes, man. See if I get some better signal back here.
Yeah. Just remember, when we're on that side of the house, and you have devices on that side of the house, they need to be connected to that second network, not the one the router is sending out, the power line adapter is sending out.
Yeah,
because it'll send out a separate signal. Network.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll check those out, man. Those seem about right. I mean,
because I was, as I said, I've got some interior brick walls. I don't know why they would do that. They built that in the 60s, but the guy who built this house was crazy in the first place. He thought he was all that because he's an engineer. So I have some interior walls that I cannot run any cables through because there's no way to get inside of them because of the damn brick. So I had to figure out a way to get devices down there that I could connect to the internet, and the only way to do that was power line. Because there was power line in the wall, but there's there wasn't any coax cable or anything for me to run network cable through. Because normally, if you have like a coax outlet, you can run you can piggyback off of that coax line and run network cable through the same area. But it's harder to do if there's no cable line. So that's how when I wire network cable to people's houses, I just piggyback off of where the cable company has run coax cable, because it's easier to do it that way than it is to try and cut into someone's wall, make a mess, and try and run new wires through pearl lines, of which may or may not work. It's a pain in the ass, especially on one of those old Charleston homes. Oh my God, I don't ever want to do that again. I don't like working on those old Charleston homes.
I don't like working on electrical wiring, period.
Adding them after the fact usually isn't that bad. And if you have the proper equipment and have an idea what you're doing, even with a lot of block homes, like where there is, walls dividing areas, a lot of times there is a dead space in there for plumbing or electrical, and in my area due to fire code. So there possibly is, or there should be, if not, chases somewhere where you could probably run things around and come in from above or below in certain areas. So it might be a little more work, but technically, usually it can be done. So I've had to install outlets in all homes that are modern, old, in different places, and it can be a pain, and you might run through a lot of line, but I've never failed to really get one somewhere. So granted, it's not necessarily cheap. So
yeah, I went to install a new outlet in my mother's house. It was like, you turn the electric off. It's like, yeah, the electric's off. Electric's off to the socket. The electric's off to the whole room. I was like, okay. Go to unscrew the faceplate. Electricity arcs from the damn outlet into the screwdriver, and I get knocked on my ass. I just gave her one hell of a dirty look.
Tony is saying fire code separation walls are only required in multifamily, not single-family homes. Well, there's that. All right. I think that's it for us tonight. We had an interesting discussion. Wish we could have talked some more about guns, but Travis isn't here, and I really wanted to let him know that he can get a Bulgarian Makarov off of AIM Surplus if he needs a Bulgarian Makarov. But Travis isn't around, so unfortunately.
How much are they?
They're like, I don't know. Let me check the email real quick. Have to go down a bit. Hey. Let's see. Let me just. All right, there it is. Return to the Mac. Bulgarian Makarovs, $369.95. They're going up in price.
How old are they, you think?
Well, these are Bulgarian. They're Circle 10. Here, let me. I don't want to. There. I just want to show the picture. Can you see that? Is that working? There he goes. Yeah. You can see that, right?
Yeah.
Well, we see your studio.
Yeah, you see my studio.
Yeah, now it changed.
Yeah. Yep, it changed. I don't know why I did it. There. No, that's the wrong. Anyways, you saw it. There. Let's see. Oh boy, can we see it now?
Yeah, these tabs are not cooperating.
They are not cooperating. The tabs are not cooperating tonight. It is a pain in my butt. So I'm going to stop screen sharing. Tabs are not working. There we go. That's better.
So you guys caught any of this riot footage or protest, whatever you want to call it?
Yeah, they have a scheduled protest here about it tomorrow.
Apparently, they're rioting in Atlanta now. So
yeah, I guess there's been stuff. 8 different places or something like that now. So from what I heard.
Yeah. So
and these people, I don't think they have any common sense. They're burning down the stores that they shop in.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I think. I mean, obviously, that's nuts. With a lot, they say some of them aren't from that area, like it's happened in the past as well. So, and there's a couple different factions in the group where some are trying to, respectfully be, honoring somebody, and then the others are out there just creating chaos. So who knows? But seems pretty crazy though. Definitely foolish to burn down everything. And I guess there's been reports stating that they plan on hitting the suburbs next or something like that. It's like, yeah, good luck with that one. Empty stores are one thing. You go to people's homes, I think it's going to be a whole nother story.
And they arrested the main cop that was involved. They charged him with third-degree murder and manslaughter. People are like, well, why did they charge him with both? Well, because in some states you charge him with a lesser crime. If the jury doesn't think you proved the higher level crime, you got the lower level crime to fall back on, where they might then think that one was proven. So either way, you get him conviction out of it.
Yeah, I guess there's 2 officers that have been charged. I had a pop up when I was trying to turn the computer on here. I don't know if it's legit or not, but they claim 2 now. So, and also there's some kind of nightclub or something, a bar that supposedly the cop that was on him and the guy that was on the ground both worked at. Apparently, they pulled the guy who died was inside security, and the guy that's was on him was outside security. After I guess like a second job as an officer, but off duty. So
yeah.
Apparently the officer had been there for like 17 years, and the other guy was there for a while. So I can't. Again, this is just from another report. So
yeah, the main officer,
they didn't know each other as well, which is kind of odd too. So I don't know.
Yeah, the main officer, he was a 19-year veteran of the Minneapolis Police Department, and he had been in trouble before. And here's the kicker. Amy Klobuchar, who's wanting to get the vice presidential nomination for the Democrats, she was the prosecutor in that county in 2006, and this guy came up where he could have been charged with police brutality back then. She let him go. She didn't indict him.
Yeah, I don't know. Just seems like there's a lot of crap with this one.
And you get people that, like I know, that are comparing this whole rioting thing to the Boston Tea Party, and I just want to slap every one of them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's a bit different.
yeah, all protests are organized and not spontaneous, arson Tony says.
Yeah, if it was all government buildings or something like that, that might be different. But taking it out on all the stores and things like that. That's obviously that's not.
And
not
the looting.
Yeah.
I don't believe. That's way too convenient for rioters to go and loot.
Yeah.
That seemed like that's somebody who did something just so people could go and steal things.
Yeah, there was another report. I don't know if it was on Drudge or where it was. I seen earlier today that people are claiming an officer actually busted the windows at the liquor store, as a, what do they call it? Now, but basically to start issues, kick it off, kind of. So I don't know if that's true, but supposedly it was
a riot.
Yeah, so I don't, again, I have no idea if it's true or not, but there's enough dumbasses out there that would take advantage of anything anyway. But if that is the case, then obviously there might be some more issues.
Yeah, there's a cop
Yeah.
being accused by his ex-wife of starting the fire at the police station.
I didn't hear about that, but this is all in article here or there. So who really knows? I don't know. I don't trust anything that much, but
Yeah, no. Hold up, guys. Ghost Shadow mentioned see video of CNN news crews getting arrested while cameras running. Yes, I saw that. That was great. Finally, someone arrests those bastards for misreporting and misrepresenting the news. Finally.
Yeah, I saw that too. They arrested.
That's not why they were arrested, was it? They were arrested because they were where they shouldn't have been in the first place. Rats. Well, at least they have to pay to get out of jail, I guess.
Yeah, I was watching twins earlier. That's the Hodge twins, are comedians, in case you don't know who the conservative twins are on that channel. But they were talking about the rioting, and then they were showing in Minnesota where they burnt down the AutoZone. They were like, "Where are you going to go if you need to get a car battered? You guys know you all drive those lame ass street rust buckets, and you're going to go and burn down the AutoZone in your area? How stupid are you?" But watched it. Yeah, they were talking about, man, you burn down the Wendy's. Where are you going to go if you want a chicken sandwich? Because you know you can't cook a chicken sandwich. Like every time you make a chicken sandwich, it tastes like shit. I know I'm not as funny as them. I'm not a stand-up comedian.
It does seem like a lot of that stuff is getting staged, and even the riots seem staged too, just to try and create chaos. Not necessarily help anyone or actually solve or resolve anything, just to create chaos so a couple of enterprising individuals can steal a couple things and get away with it.
Well, this kind of all adds to the giant mess we have already. We got storms.
There's your E-Honda 720 conspiracy theory right there.
There's a lot of crap all coming in at the same time, basically.
That's what I'm saying.
Gonna spread resources.
All right, guys. Yeah, I gotta get out of here. So, E-Honda, we will be playing some Grand Theft Auto later this evening. So I will poke you when I am able to do so. But that's part of the course, E-Honda. I like to go overboard and be ridiculous because that's just how it is. Anyways, we'll see you guys later. I want to thank everyone on the panel for hanging out with me and being part of the discussion. Thank the YouTube side for being out there and hanging out. Yeah, I wouldn't blame you on that, Ghost. Anyways, we'll see you guys later. You guys take it easy and don't take part of any riots. All right?
Yeah, don't do that.
All right. Yeah. Well, I'm on like a time schedule, Tony. I can only do this for an hour, and then I have to go take care of things. So, if you want to, Tony, if you want to start up your own chat and continue the conversation, you are more welcome to. I can only do this for an hour, so that's just how it goes. No, we didn't solve the world's problems, Honda, because I leave solving the world's problems of conspiracy theories to you every Sunday night whenever the hell you decide to start the Gay Frog Chat. So with that, we'll see you later, guys. You take it easy. And, we'll continue this again. Maybe we'll hijack Honda's show and talk about it. Who knows? So, with that, check out the GunTube store, store.guntube.org to help keep this platform going. Other than that, on that note, we'll see you guys later. So, shall not be infringed.
Adios, amigos.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Au revoir.
Rob, say goodbye.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, there we go.